Okay, so if you have a Honda Civic that is doing this, oh, seems to work fine now. Typical. Aha! See, the lights don't work all the time, and if you fiddle with this button a little bit, it does. See? So there's obviously a problem with this button. Now unfortunately you can't change just that button, you have to change the entire display. So I have one here, and as you can see, the button is actually part of the instrument panel, so there's no way that you can change it independently. So what I'm going to do is swap this out and see if it works. On a side note, this GoPro app is so bad. Okay, let's try to get this thing off. Oh great. Okay, let's try to get this thing off. Oh, there we go. That's part one. Unclip this sensor. No. Right, I see a couple of screws here, so I'll go get my screwdriver. Okay, let's take these out. Try not to drop them. Like so. Put that in there. You know, the whole purpose of spending nearly half an hour connecting this GoPro up was so that I can see what I was recording. It doesn't even do that. Like, what a waste. What do you mean preview not supported? That's the whole point, surely. Ugh. Okay, let's see if that's helped at all. Yep, it definitely feels looser. Yep, that's coming. There we go. You want to be really careful with this, you don't want to break anything, because then you just end up buying more parts. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Now there are going to be some plugs behind these, I know. Key should probably be out. Right. Just be careful and you probably won't break anything. Right. Cable back here. Not anymore. So what is holding it on this side? I really have no idea. If I could get this off, I'd probably be able to see what's happening. So let's take this panel off as well. These are so important for getting these panels off without breaking anything. Right. Now, as you can see, this is beginning to be a lot more work than I initially expected. Still doesn't budge. Oh, I see. There's a wire down here which needs to be unplugged from this. And now it still doesn't budge. Is there another? Let's see. So we can unplug that as well. Oh, here it is. It's the starter button. It's the starter button. Come on. Good. Now out it comes. Phew. Right, so if you're having any trouble, it's these guys. Oops. That's alright. Right, now how do we get him off? Couple of screws here. Luckily they all seem to be the same, so no danger of mixing them up. Thank you for that. That should be it. Yep, out we come. Yay. Unplug one. There we go. Now you can see that my plastic is scratched, but not as badly scratched as the replacement, so I'm going to check if this works first of all, and then probably swap the plastic fronts. Right. Plugged in. In we go. Now most likely I don't need to reconnect any of this just to test it. So let's give that a try with my keys. Okay, lights work. Okay, that seems to work. Now, no problems with this. Yay! Pleased with that. You can see there's no temperature given because temperature sensor has been unplugged. Great. So now that I know that works, I'm going to swap the front of that with the front of that. Okay, so you can see quite clearly here that although the front of mine has a few scratches on it, it's nowhere near as bad as this one. But luckily it's quite easy to swap. So what I'll do is I'll first of all remove mine. And you can do that just by prying up these plastic clips. Just be careful, you don't want to break anything. Oops. Just pop them all out a little bit and just work around. Pop all of these little clips out, and when you get to the last one, it should just slide out. There we go. Just make sure they're all popped like so, and yeah, the front should just slide out now. Just a bit. Just make sure they're all popped. Yeah. There we go. And that's my old instrument panel. Where can I set it down? Has a weird smell. Kind of smells like sweat. Right. I'll set this aside as well. I'll just set that there. Now let's get this scratched up all front off. Same method. Just be careful and work your way around. It's not hard. There we go. Now I think you want to hold it like this when you're taking it out, because it seems to want, things seem to want to fall off. Right, and then grab my front plastic, line up those long knobs. Just gently slide it down like so, and click, and you're done. Cool. Now I'm going to pop this guy back in. Alright, now I'm just going to double check that everything still works. Got lights, got action, fuel gauge, lovely. And it's getting my, let's see, how do you do this? Right, and it's getting all of my information from the car's computer. So all of this is just fine. Yeah, so that's 131,000 kilometers. 81,000 miles, that's the mileage of my car, so that's all fine. Excellent. Right, so just to put it all back together and we're done. Get all of these screws that are identical, which helps so much. Now be careful, because you really don't want to lose a screw inside of this dashboard. So be super careful placing them. in place. This is me being super careful. Cool, I can turn it off for now. I'll also pop this one, this what do you call it, plastic thing, back onto my old instrument panel just to keep it nice and clean. You never know if you would want to scavenge more parts on these later on. In fact, I think I'll try to take these scratches off somehow, seeing as it's kind of a wreck already. There won't be any harm trying some kind of paste or, you know, something on that, but that's for another day. Okay, now let's make sure everything is connected. There's one connection on this side and 3 connections on this side, so I'll probably start with this side. Damn, these are short. Okay, maybe I'll start with the other side. Okay, so all the buttons on that side, and this VSA button needs to be connected first. So that's nice and long, so that's easy enough to there. And now I'm going to put it into place, like so, and I think that would make it easier to connect the start button and a whatchamacallit, headlight thingy. And yeah, that's true, it's much easier. You can reach just like that, and just like that, and that's done. We could put this back into place like so. Put that one screw in. Right. Okay, before putting any other screws in, it's so wet. It is a rainy day and I don't have a garage, so that's how it's going to be. Okay, let's make sure it all works now. Oh, careful. Right. These all work. That works. I can hear it working. Alright, let's make sure the engine starts. Yep, it's all good. So let's finish putting this back together. Super easy. The menu knob. Two screws. I really don't want to lose these, because that would ruin your day. There we are. It's a rainy day, it's cold, I don't want to really be out here for that long, so I don't want to lose any of these screws. Oh, this one's hard. Okay. And now this bit. Oh, don't forget the temperature sensor. So you have to plug the temperature sensor in, but you also have to make sure that this little tube here, goes into that hole there, because that's what draws the cabin air in. Now I can't reach that, so I'm just gonna have to hope it goes into place. I can try my best to sort of guide it. I'm gonna have to take that panel back out. Otherwise the climate control is not going to work properly. Oh, this is tricky. Damn. Okay. Now, how do we know if that tube has gone into place or not? We don't. So, I'm glad I didn't put this side panel back on yet. Put you down there. Yeah, that's way out. So I can feel the tube, and I can feel where it's meant to go, and there, and push, and it's done. Cool. All good. Right. Now you can go back on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Everything should be working now. Lights. Excellent. Do we have a temperature? 14. Yep. All works. Start. Lovely. And we're done. Hope that helped. There we go. If you have a Civic with non-working dash lights and fiddling with this knob helps, and that's how you fix it. Bye for now. Hello again, it's the morning after, and unfortunately all is not well. So the instrument panel works, as you can see. If I start the car, oh, one sec. Alright, if I start the car, it works fine. However, there is now no gear indicator on my top instrument cluster next to the speedometer. As you can see, if I put it in drive, there is a change and reverse, but it's not telling me what gear I'm in, and that could be quite a problem. So I spoke to the supplier of this instrument panel this morning, and he confirmed that it came out of a manual Honda Civic. I suspect that in order to save cost, Honda decided not to include the circuitry for gear indication in the manual models. So, you know, I suspect that's what's happened. So obviously I can't drive without a gear indicator, so I'm gonna have to take this back out and open it up, try to figure out what the difference is. I may end up having to swap this knob, so I'll see if that's possible. There may be some soldering involved. At worst, I'm gonna have to source an instrument panel from another I-shift automatic Honda Civic, but that's gonna be for another video. It's still raining and it's awful to be outside, so when the weather improves, I will try again. Okay, goodbye for now.